Welcome hockey fans to today's Division I boys matchup between the visiting Nashua North Souhegan Sabre Tigers and your home team, the Manchester Kings. Our starting lineup for the Nashua North Souhegan. At left wing, number 2, Alan Pelley. At center, number 3, alternate captain James. At right wing, number 7, Captain Jason McBride. On defense, number 12, Andrew Cullinane. On defense, number 20, Kyle Da Silva. And in goal, number 1, Zachary Dave. And the rest of the National North Souhegan squad. The lineup for the Manchester Kings. At left wing, number 3, Joey Bell. At center, number 10, Frank Cassidy. At right wing, number 27, Dan Brandon. On defense, number 17, Louis State. On defense, number 18, Kyle Hansen. And in goal, number 35, Dan Kelly. And the rest of the Manchester Kings squad. There will be no national anthem. Teams line up with the Barbara Puck. The coaches for Nashua North Souhegan, Chris Zaranga and Peter Altieri. The coaches for the Manchester Kings, Darren McGaver, Ken Roberts, Eric Fisher, and Matt T.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to JFK Memorial Coliseum for today's matchup between the Manchester Kings and the Nashua North Souhegan Sabre Titans here. My name is Kyle Heavey from Manchester Public Television. Along with me, doing play-by-play today, will be Coach Rich McDonough. Coach, pleasure to be with you.
Always.
And it's as we're noticing, it's a lot chillier in here than normal with the temperatures outside being so cold. So that could affect this ice for sure. And for the visiting team, they're having a struggle with a 2-3 record on the season, trying to get a win up here at the J. But for the Kings, they are looking to make it 2 in a row after a big 1-0 win on Pinkerton against Pinkerton earlier this week. So we're in for a great game here, and I'm glad to be with you.
Always. I tell you, that 1-0 win against the Astros the other day, that showed them why they're in the top 10 in the Hockey Night in Boston poll. And they're off to the races. They're feeling some mojo, but there's a lot of firepower coming in from the north-south Sabre Titans. So off to the races we go here at JFK on a cold Manchester Monday.
It is actually a Wednesday here,
No,
Coach.
Yeah, I'm still locked in.
It is the
I was going for consonants there, Kyle.
17th of January, 2024. And, you know, this game started a little bit late here. Is now a chance for the Sabre Titans.
Yeah, the guys had to unravel themselves quite a bit. But to your point on the chilliness, I watched how quickly the ice refroze when the Zamboni duties were done. So anyway, big a little bit of news for the Kings is their good defenseman Adam Hood is out. He's second line or second pairing, and the guys are going to have to step up. We're going to have to see, you know, Cunningham, Blair, and Demers probably platoon that spot. But we're under we're over 1 minute gone already. The guys are getting used to the action down there and coming away with it in their own defensive zone and pushing it up the ice, all the way up the ice, waved off by the refs. And the refs today are the excellent Al Nixa and George Sturgeon. They'll be probably with the speed and physicality of both teams, they'll be busy today. And
Yes.
in that regard, the head coach of Nashua Souhegan is Chris Zaranga. He's a Rhode Island guy. His philosophy is he likes to get a little physical and getting some bumps early on. So we'll see if that plays out.
Well, opportunity right there with John Joyce winning that faceoff. Faceoff's obviously a huge part of any team, and that could be a way for this visiting squad to really get ahead of the Kings is with those faceoffs.
Yeah, and then Going to the corner there is Dodge. Good defenseman, solid player. Digs it up, can't get it, but it's frozen behind the net, and then poking it out. That's a good, hard poke-out play by Owen Flynn.
Look at the
to get it
move
loose,
right
and
here.
here comes
Shot.
Tafe.
Wow.
Yeah, Tafe had that on his on the tape there and unloaded, and is a good save right there by Zach Villou, who's a very good goaltender, and he had 22 saves against a flighty but very high-powered Bow team.
Yeah, we saw them in the Christmas tournament. It was the Bow Falcons, and Trinity will be looking to match up with them on Saturday as we get a icing call.
Yeah, 12:56 is the mark in the first frame here at JFK on Wednesday.
I know we were here on Monday as well.
Yeah, I feel like I'm always here now.
Welcome to Manchester.
Anyway, the Kings are doing real well. They're 4-2, and the Nashua Souhegan team is up at 2-3, but they have played some stout competition, and they do have lots of firepower. Their first line is really, really, really talented.
Well, I had a chance to talk with Mac Tripp before the game, and he's never won at the Salem Ice Center, which is where the two losses they've played this year have been played, Wyndham and Salem. So something about that bigger sheet of ice there has caused some issues here for the Kings. So hopefully some home cooking will help them out today.
All right, and Mac Tripp giving some good checking up at the blue line there. Results in a turnover, and back to the Kings it goes. Paddling it in is Provencher, and then onto the ice comes the really good, well-skating Jake Lassard. He's been playing real well lately. Seems like a number 11s everywhere are playing some good hockey.
We saw
wow. Beautiful shuttling it into the on goal there is Callan Cullity, who's one of the real good front liners in McBride, Landry, and Cullity. And one of my keys to the game is they got to get that first line going. And McBride had himself a hattie the other night in the Battle of the Bridge, Kyle.
Yeah, it's obviously a big game for basketball, football, and hockey down there in the Gate City.
I get to call the Battle of the Bridge, both games on Friday night. Kyle Heavey let me off the hook for that one.
I got to be a good boss every now and then.
Got to help out TK, Tom King, and Pete Johnson there. They're good friends of ours. All right, back down the ice come the Kings, but it gets too far out in front of them, and scooping it up back there is Dodge, and he wheels it back, ricochets it off the glass and up the ice, but it finds its way to Tafe, who does the same.
Really feel a lot of work in the neutral zone so far early in this contest.
Yeah, you got both fences sitting on the blue line there just below each, and they're kind of just trading. Outside of that one time, we got it down the slot, and Velez had to freeze it. Velez shut out the other night against Pinkerton. He's got to be feeling the mojo as we are now under 11 to go in the first fast-moving first period here.
Clean game so far. Both teams just really trying to get a constant barrage on the goaltenders. Manchester's been outshot so far.
Well, kind of a well-used expression, or analogy, and it's appropriate. It's like two boxers trying to feel each other out in the first couple of minutes there. And zipping it down the ice is number 14, Cody Lund, and he can't chase up to it. And back to the Kings it go in the hands of the younger Tripp. Older Tripp is our team captain, number 23, Mac Tripp. And zinging around and missing the net is Provencher. He's been playing real well lately,
He
Kyle.
got the start for a reason today, and you can see the energy and the really good speed skating that he has going on.
Sure, and Tafe controls it. He's so good. He's so good up there in the blue line, keeping the puck alive for the Kings. And he throws it in on Villou, who steers it away to the right corner. And good hit behind the net from Provencher without boarding. Good job. And good check, and that allows the Kings to get what looked like a short puck.
Oh, that you're going to feel that for some time.
Cody Lund is feeling that right on, Kyle.
He is going straight to the box, and he gets some love from his teammates, but he is going to go all the way back where the coaches stand and try to get feeling back in his knee.
As a almost lifelong lacrosse goalie, Kyle, I did try hockey goalie a couple times. A special kind of crazy, but that frozen puck, no matter the padding, it leaves a mark.
That
And-
design is special for sure.
Oh, it is. It is. Anyway, back on offense go the Kings, and it squirts loose outside and up the gut. And given hard chase there is Connor Cunningham, and he loses the puck in his own zone and close to the left post of Velez, who seals it off. And back up the slot come the Sabre Titans, and losing the puck. But here come the Kings, and rocking and rolling is Ryan Martin, and he zings it in. Good deflection for the Sabre Titans. That's hard to say after so many years of calling them either the Sabres or the Titans, but we'll do our best here. And the Sabre Titans get it right back, and it's in the neutral zone where a good battle for it ensues. And shuttling it in is the excellent Chase McBride, number 7. He does it again, ricochets it off, and he gets himself to the bench for a change. 8:33, really speeding by, Kyle.
I got to say, Chase McBride, he's on the bench now, but he's going to be wishing that he had a chance to make that shot on Velez.
Yeah.
He definitely will be thinking about that for some time if they don't get a goal.
Ooh, that was a dangerous bouncing biscuit there that went right by Velo, and didn't need to, but he couldn't. I don't think he could even locate it. I was watching his eyes focus on it. Very difficult to track.
I could see the butter on it and everything.
WD-40, man.
Offsides on
Yep.
the Kings. That's a tough one right
Yeah,
there.
Velez was just lingering there, and it was too his eyes were so wide open, and he had to take off, and Velez couldn't get north of the blue line and keep the puck in control. 8:02 in the first period, and it's 0-0.
Tessier he gets the win on the faceoff. He's been very good as of late
Real
on the
good.
faceoffs.
Yeah, I think we're kind of like a broken record. All right, and here comes, can't see the back of his jersey there. Was it Velez? Yeah, Velez was going down the left side. Lobbed that up, almost caught the flag up there, Kyle.
We don't know what the banners say anymore because we're on the wrong side of them, but there's certainly a number of them still hanging from previous championships here in the city. And I'd like to see a new one sometime soon. It's been some time. I think Memorial had the last championship here.
2018 maybe?
Before that, I want to say we'll get that at intermission.
That's a good, in
That's
case we're on Jeopardy this week.
That's our fact of the day trivia.
And there he is again. Tessier wins yet another one, and we drift down toward the 7.5-minute mark. Rich McDonough, Kyle Heavey on the call today here at JFK Arena in Manchester, and the Kings hosting the North-South Sabre Titans.
We got to remember it's North Souhegan.
Excuse me, it's so difficult. North Souhegan, yeah.
That's why I'm trying to help you out as much as I can.
South Pelham, North Souhegan.
And we have our first penalty of the day. It's going to be an interference call. And just like that, let's see what the extra man advantage will be able to do.
Well, and that was one of my keys for the Kings is you don't want to get down, because I tell you, the Sabre Titans had 2 power play goals in their first period the other night, and they have a diabolical front line there. So let's see what happens.
Landry loses the faceoff, so a helpful spot right there for the Kings.
And the
sent it down all
omnipresent at times, Tyler Canton zips it all the way down the ice, and waiting for some help.
Jake Lissardo here as well.
Yeah, exactly. Look at the speed of Landry coming up that ice. He gets a trip, nothing doing, and it can't float outside the blue line, so controlling it and getting it settled, or almost getting it settled. Hard play by Tafe. Zings it down to the far left corner, furthest away from our camera, where Kyle Heavey not only is doing commentary with us, he is on the cam and on production. Master of all trades.
Try my best here for the city, these teams, and the state in a lot of ways. It's a great opportunity for North Souhegan to see what they're doing right and what they're doing wrong.
All right, and the Kings have already killed the first minute of the penalty to Mac Tripp, who's still in the box, waiting for his chance. He looks like he's champing at the bit, and then Velez in the goal has to freeze it as they shuttle it into the paint at the 6:10 left in the period mark, and 56 left on the clock in the penalty to Tripp.
Well, certainly as a captain, you wish you could be out there helping your team.
Oh, yeah, it's an empty feeling.
It's, now you're causing your teammates to work extra hard trying to block this, and now face-off win for the
Yep.
Saber Titans.
Yeah, Landry, it's a mouthful. Landry wins another one, but it goes back to the corner and zipping it up the ice one more time. Using all 200 feet are the Kings, and they are doing a real good job killing this clock here and waiting for their captain to come back on the ice. And
Look at
great checking up ice there by Velez,
Oof.
protecting his brother, who's back in the pipes, and up front is Joey Velez doing a real good job. He's been doing a real good job all season. He's got that C on his chest now. And Velez zings it up across a couple lines and back in, and all of a sudden we are heading down to the 10-second mark until Tripp is released.
Trying to go up the middle of the ice, but taken, intercepted. That was like a safety in football right there.
Really good IQ here by Tafe. I think we've said that a lot this season. And onto the ice, switching up his Provencher. He comes in and he goes right to the slot and he's looking for a feed, can't find him. Boy, if he could have gotten something on tape, he could have buried that one.
That was a nice skate route that he had to be open and just could not get the timing.
And that time it trickled over Velez's stick and gets outside the zone. And the Kings have to back it out. But zinging it in is Connor Cunningham.
We've seen that from Trinity this year. We'll see if Manchester can get a goal from that far out.
Yeah, Provencher got caught deep, and he's got to get out, and he comes to the bench. And onto the ice comes McLaughlin.
And now see what Mac can do. He finds a teammate.
See the speed of Lassard going down the slot there? They're looking for that rebound. So we've seen so far good rebound control by Villa in the goal. And he's steered it to the corners deftly, but keep throwing it on pads, and eventually a ricochet goes your way, especially with that speed you're carrying down the slot to cover. Good job. Nice job on the face-off. He follows that up. Can't win it, though. Can't zip it back in. His trip. And he backpedals looking for some D. And the backline pair allows a slow shot down the slot, easily read by an excellent goalie in Velez, who's been doing it all season.
Coach, I gotta say this. I'm chuckling to myself as these North Souhegan kids. I mean, they're doing a great job of blocking the shots, but they're all feeling the pain afterwards.
Well, the coach likes physicality, and they're living it, aren't they?
Oh, Velez kind of did a little a kick there to Chase McBride. No harm, no foul, but he definitely did not appreciate getting poked by the stick a few times.
Yeah, you know, you get a little tap as a goaltender. Myself, you know, you give a little back. The refs kind of give you a little wink and smile. You know, you don't want to beat up the goalies too bad. Easy way to get into the box yourself. Good win and a quick off the draw and a zing shot, but it's blocked. It was a McBride zinger. Again, he had that Hattie the other night.
These top lines for both teams out on the ice right now are certainly all very talented.
It's a good display. And the spacing there was great. Looking for the centering pass, nothing doing. Couldn't find the stick of Cullity. He had a goal and an assist versus Bo, so he can get the job done on their front line as well. Lots of talent, just like Kyle Heavey just said. And getting it out to Cullity, and he comes down the wing, feeds it over to Landry. Landry centers it, nothing, goes wide of Velez, and then ricochets out to McBride at the point. Boy, and that hit the backside of Tessier. He doesn't care. He's off to the races. Valef's trying to give chase, can't do it. McBride zings it into the right corner where the Saber Titans get themselves a much-needed line change. That was a long run for them. It was almost a minute.
Well, you can see that they gel really well together. The thing about Cullen is he has been inside the crease, and he's causing a little bit of frustration for Velez. And so we'll see if that continues further into this game.
I'll tell you what, Lassard is hunting the puck right now. And he zipped it out and got it over to Tripp. Tried a big long shot, hit the pads, and it comes all the way down the ice where the whole school bus is loose and giving chase on that puck. And finding Lassard again, can't ricochet, he gets it off his stick. But man, there he goes. He is really flying around that ice and zips it onto the Villa pads, who steers yet another one aside. They're testing them both early. And we're already at 2:20 in the first, and that one ricochets high and out. Wow. Good action there, Kyle Heavey.
You know, for a 2-3 team, I'm very impressed with what this North Souhegan squad is bringing to the game here.
Well, they took, their losses are to Pinkerton, Bow, and Londonderry, and they took Bow to a one-goal game, one-goal loss, but it happened late in the game, and North Souhegan was up 2 goals at one point after having been down 2 goals. So they got some grit. They can take a ton of shots on goal. They took 37 in their loss to Pinkerton, so they can firepower.
Got another penalty on Mac.
And McBride is so fast, there was nothing left to do but hold him back.
Yeah, this is going to be a holding call, so the captain heading back to the box, or the assistant captain. He's got the A, not the C, but obviously he's been a big part of this team for a number of years. And boy, 2 penalties early in this game in the first period is not what they had scripted up for Jeremy Baker.
And Tripp looked a little bewildered there. What we're seeing, though, McBride's speed is a game changer. Speed kills. Can't coach it. There he goes, McBride. He goes right to the pads of Velez. Velez steers it aside twice, and it goes far right corner to Velez's left. And that 2-minute penalty will finish. Will finish on the power play for North Souhegan. Oh, nice job pulling it out of the air is Tafe, and he zips it down onto the goaltender's stick, and that kills off. They've killed off the first 30 seconds. So far they're doing a great job killing time here, Kyle.
Lucas was not pleased. He had gotten kind of his skates took out from underneath him, and he was on the ground.
What skating there by Landry, and he gets to the goal mouth in a hurry. And there is a really unfortunate thought, and that is going to be Tafe coming off the ice, probably for a cross check. We'll see how.
I was just saying he was very frustrated after getting his skates taken out from underneath him, and obviously, all this storylines I'm seeing come together here as that top line for the Titan Sabres certainly are bringing a
Sabre Titans.
It's a lot of.
It's tough. It's polysyllabic. There you go.
Well, now.
Well, I'll tell you what. It is 1:18 left in the Tripp penalty, and add on the Tafe penalty, so you got 1:18 on the clock for a 2-man advantage, skating 5-on-3 for the foreseeable future, and winning the face-off. All-important face-off are the North Souhegan fellas, and can't get on it. And here comes a shorty opportunity, and it's Velez missing high and wide. Boy, that thing was staring at him, and here he gets it back. What great hustle, great forechecking after the shot, and follow your puck, follow your shot. I don't care what sport it is. Great job by Velez. He is a team leader, and that has got that C on there for a reason.
Huge opportunity there that just barely missed, but again, like you said, killing time on the power play. There's only 30 seconds left in this period.
All right, and the Sabre Titans are real nicely spaced out and spread out now. Just what they want. They get it up to the points and looking inside, creating, getting it onto the stick of John Joyce, and nothing doing because Velez is in there just creating some havoc. And we're down to 20 seconds on the penalty to Tripp, and then a minute left on the penalty to Tafe. So Manchester doing everything they can and doing it well to dodge this bullet that's self-created, and zipping it into the pads of Velez was Landry that time.
Wow, this is a big, if they can kill at least one of this to start the second period with only basically 5 seconds left on the first penalty, that's going to be a big face-off here,
huge.
And two big face-offs here and to start the second period.
All right, well, Landry's going to try to win this, and they got something set up.
They even have the goalie taken out. So this
bang, zoom, and boy, that was executed beautifully.
I've never seen a 6-on-3 before.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, you got nothing to lose at that point, but they executed beautifully, got that face-off to his back left, and zinging in there was Landry, and almost knocked that one home. Hey, like lacrosse, like hoops, hockey, get some good looks and get the puck to the net, get the ball to the net, hoop to the iron, and good things happen. Well, that was a heck of a first period. Lots of skating, lots of fast action, physicality, and good shooting, and some good defense. We saw it all, Kyle. and we're going to cut to a break. After one here at JFK, it's the hometown Kings 0 and the visiting Sabre Titans 0. This is Rich McDonough for Kyle Heavey. We'll see you after the break, folks. Thanks. And welcome back, everybody, to very cold JFK Arena here in Manchester, New Hampshire, for Manchester Public Television's broadcast of high school hockey in our city. This is Rich McDonough along with Kyle Heavey today. And we saw a very, very active and exciting first period, but a 0-0 score at the end of one, Kyle.
Well, for Manchester, they're going to be happy. They've already killed off one of the penalties. It started 5-on-3 for the first 5 seconds of this second period, but they already killed one. And now with just 15 seconds remaining on the other one, love for them to be able to get back to 5-on-5.
I can hear you were doing your steps out there, buddy. You're making good on your New Year's resolution.
I went back for the trivia question of the day of what was the last championship in hockey for Manchester.
And what did we learn? Anything yet?
For Memorial, it was 2014, and for Central, it was 2015.
And here comes Landry all alone. He zips it up to the top corner, finds that pantry, and knocks all the groceries out of it. That was too easy for a great skater like Landry. And at 13:58 in the second, after they dodged the two-man down bullet, Manchester finds itself down 1-0 to the visiting Sabre Titans.
New sheet of ice, and it was just able to get right to it. Manchester is still trying to get things squared away after being back to 5-on-5, but now they got to figure things out and get a goal to try to tie up this game.
Yep. But Landry had so much space and time there, he wasn't going to miss.
No, that was a clean goal for sure.
As good as Velez is, yeah, not on him.
Shot there, but
well, we opened up our broadcast today saying, you know, that first line for North Souhegan is top shelf, and we just went top shelf. But you've got to tamp down McBride. Yeah, they did, but you look too hard at number 7, and all of a sudden his wingman and his line mates can back it up too.
Well, I think that for Manchester, they would like to get a man advantage. It's been a very clean style of play so far for this North Souhegan squad. And I just talked to the Souhegan AD who's down there. Look, always nice to see Kelly, who's called me trouble. So apparently I'm very well known for some other ADs around this state that we live in here.
I've met a bunch. I haven't made the acquaintance there yet.
We'll get things squared away maybe at the next period. But
sounds all right. Sounds all right. Well, the fella's feeling it out again, you know, just like we started out the first period. They're trading jabs. Obviously, we got a goal from Landry just a few minutes ago, but they kind of...
He was looking for 2 there, but he got tripped up.
Exactly.
Great
pass
right there.
And he wheeled around. I love watching him play. And his dad's an assistant coach here, I believe. Yes, he is. And we're at 12:20 already. Fellas exchanging ends up and down. And here comes Tafe, puts it on that stick and gets it up into the chest protector of Velou, who had a good first period. And both goalies did a real good job. You had 13 saves for Velez and for the Kings. And Velou had 8 for his part.
Oh, love the little chirping going on between squads, and they're just not allowing number 16 for the Thomas Stratch pick up his stick.
Yeah, you know, mind games are part of all sports. You give a little chuck here and there, maybe step on a stick when ref's not looking. It's all part of it. All right, good backpedaling by Cade Tripp. Had a great talk with his dad, Steve Tripp, during the break here. Nice family, real good guy. Steve, thank you for your service as a Marine. And we're under 12 minutes now in the second period. Visiting Sabre Titans are up 1-0 on the goal from Jake Landry.
Well, Kings, they obviously have been pestered so far. They really got to spend more time in the zone. Nice shot from a tough angle.
Yeah, I'm going to be looking for Tafe and the younger Velez, Joey Velez, older Velez, to make some impact here. They've got to get their skates flying, and then Cade Tripp has to be, Mac Tripp has to be a rock back there. He took 2 penalties in that first.
Well,
Gotta
we got
stay out of the
another one
box.
here, and Joey Velez
Yep.
is going to be going to the box.
Yeah, I
for
said make an impact, not that kind of impact.
Well, I got to say, Christian, I'm trying to find his name. Christian Miller here has been doing a great job on defense, and, well, he kind of was the trying to get that puck, and Velez kind of threw a big check there, and it didn't seem like it was too violent, but referees say otherwise.
Yeah, interesting line change on the D for Coach Zolenga. Miller usually, you know, in the first pairing, they swapped him out and put him in the second pairing for Cullinane, who got a couple of goals recently. And but Miller really backing it up there.
So 4 penalties on the Kings so far in this contest. They've gone 3 for 3 and penalty kills, but now this is going to be a big one here with their
Huge.
captain.
Huge. And look, great centering pass by Landry, finds Cullity, and he can't put it into the net, but he puts it over. And big speed down the ice is Lessard again. How many times did we note how quick he is on those skates? Good hip check there by Ryan Martin to rub Landry off the puck.
The hero from the other day, Ryan Martin.
And knuckling it into the corner there was Kyle De Silva. He's got a brother on the team as well. That'd be Nate, I believe. Yep. And nice job by Landry keeping it pinned into the zone. And
Wow.
he feeds it down the dasher board. And Cullity picks it up and zips it around. Fine. Well, that's a heck of a 3 right there. I tell you, you got Cullity, Landry, and McBride, and they are on the prowl and looking to create.
Well, still 45 seconds left on this power play.
Yeah, and the fellas for the Kings are looking pretty gassed right now. And there's McBride wheeling behind the net, tries to get to the near post. Nothing doing. It looked like Velez was able to get a little pad and a little skate to the iron there. And with 36 seconds left in the penalty, we still are at 0-1 for the Kings. But you get a nice change and a much-needed break for a winded PK there for the Kings. Rich McDonough and Kyle Hebe up here in the booth on the cold day in Manchester at JFK, and looking to create once again are the Sabre Titans. Co-op hockey.
Yeah, I mean, we have 5 schools represented in this game here, Rich.
Yeah.
Which is quite impressive to see.
It is, and you know, it's interesting. You got kids not playing club hockey together so much, but they find a way to mesh, and that's sometimes that's just great coaching and mentoring. And coming out hot and fast right there was O'Neill, and he couldn't get it out of the corner. It goes back and ricochets around.
We are back to
and
5
way
on
out.
5, by the way.
And the penalty is over. That's 4 for 4. Kyle called it just a bit ago. Kings have been able to kill off 4. Oh, thought we were going to get a 5th right there. The trip, nothing doing, and it ricochets up into the net at the 8:55 mark, with the Kings trailing 1-0 to the visiting Nashua North Souhegan.
Velez got very lucky that he didn't go spend another 2 minutes in, as his stick was it wasn't intentional. It just kind of did cause a Souhegan. And now we got a penalty, the first penalty of the game on the North Souhegan squad as going to the box.
Yeah, so all that scrum in there, they teed up Cullinane and not Velez. And I think Velez is looking like he dodged a bullet. Or maybe both of them, but they got Cullinane. So 2 minutes, got a power play opportunity for the Kings, and this is big, big stuff. Great cross-ice pass there by Martin. Can't find, but it almost trickles out. Tafe controls it, and Lessard gets it out to the point. Rocket down the thing by Canton.
Boy, Ryan Martin is going to have nightmares on that. He had a half a goal available, and he just could not snap that shot.
Well, when the thing gets knuckling like that, it's tough to get it on that tape and control it. If you do, it's great because it can take funky flight paths. Anyway, we're down to 1:15 in that penalty, and the Kings get it to the corner. Giving chase there is McLaughlin. He's very quick and very physical, and bangs it around in the back corner. Velez chases, and does a good job of corralling it. Can the Kings get it settled? That's a big question. They got it up the dasher, some good checking there. Landry can do it on both ends of the ice there, and does so.
Now, like we've seen in other games, they got to keep on moving without the puck and get a possibility.
Yeah, and here's who you want coming on is Provencher, who's been skating like a man on fire, and joining him is Tessier. Tessier banging his stick to the ice because he was ready to get a hold of that puck and do a wrap. And 33 seconds left on PK number 1 for the Sabre Titans.
And I could hear the coaches from Manchester yelling, move, move. They just were just in quicksand for a second there, just not waiting for something else to happen when they have the chance to make opportunities. And shot there, save, and great job.
Yeah, Jake Dodge from the blue line just zinged one in, and it found Villu. And he did a good job of taking it from his chest, controlling the rebound somewhat, but handling the poke. And good job by goaltender. Sometimes you just got to be the guy to do that. And another one that, really snapping that is Canton over there. And they're zinging around the perimeter right now. And can't control it is Velez. And it trickles into the far right corner from our vantage point to the goalie's left.
Heck of a job by Tessier to keep that puck in the zone. But now the last few seconds come off the power play for Manchester. It's now even strength. And now they got to get something going here.
And as I've said time and again, for me as a lacrosse guy, and I've always said that the first 5 seconds, maybe 10 seconds, the penalty when it's lapsed is the most dangerous because you got tired legs and you think it's all even, but it's not yet. Nobody's set up, and a lot of goals happen at that critical moment. Here we got the drop to the left of Villu, and it ricochets caroms off the glass here at Manchester. That one got up high. And corralling it in the back there is Christian Miller. Flying down the ice is McBride. He controls it with his stick. Back pass, finds Landry. Great job by Mac Tripp to suck that shot up and take it for the team, and off to the races come the Kings.
Looking like a model down that dive.
They stuck the landing too.
Paid me like one of your French girls right there.
Here comes Landry. Here comes Landry again. These two are dynamos. They know each other. They know where they're going to be. Landry wraps and dishes and tries to get it up tall, and Velez fends him off. Nice job by Velez. Does it again with his right blocker, with his right pillow there. And the puck is frozen at the 6-minute mark.
We actually got to get a penalty for a cross check. And let's see who the culprit is going to be. And from the sad looks of things, it's going to be Andrew McLaughlin.
Yeah. Was that his second of the game?
I'm not.
Maybe not.
I don't think it's his second. We've had 2 on Mac. We've had 1 on Joey and 1 on Lucas.
Oh, so it was the other 12, Andrew Cullinane, for the visitors who got that.
Yes,
that was his penalty. All right, so 2 minutes on the PK or the power play, depending who you're rooting for, and instantly winning the face-off, and Tafe drills it down the ice using all 200 feet, and just like that, they will kill off 20 seconds. Tafe's IQ in play as always.
Well, they've set up this plan of attack here and practiced numerous times, but they didn't expect this. And now an opportunity for Velez. Shot, save, up in the air. Oh, just not able to get the shot was Tessier.
Well, I tell you, won't be in the books, man, but Kyle De Silva getting back on D and giving himself up to control that rebound or block that rebound and the shot. Wow. Great end-to-end action. And then, you got Cam Velez jumping that puck big time.
And we are going to get a call for a high stick, and it looks like Jacob Landry is in some serious pain right now.
Yeah, you don't want to lose him. You don't want any kid to get hurt. Part of the game, obviously.
Waiting to see where he goes right now, if he's going to go to the bench or if the trainer.
Yeah, he's really holding that wrist.
She is ready to jump, and he does not seem to. Is he the one that's going to the penalty box right now is the issue, and he's not able to use that wrist to get in for a second. And
tell you, the North Souhegan bench is hot. right now.
A referee's right there discussing things, and yeah, I agree with you. It's how is this guy in so much pain yet the penalty's on him is the question, and you know,
the assistant coach Altieri is over there. He's giving the refs an earful,
and the trainer is gonna come into the box and check on Jacob, and obviously we never like to see injuries here, and you know, hopefully it's
wait,
I don't know if it's something an Advil will be able to do in the next few minutes.
Not in the next 5 minutes. You know, nobody uses DMSO when I was a kid. But anyway, yeah, he's in a lot of pain, and he's a terrific player for that squad. So mark that one down, folks, at the 5:10 mark.
4-on-4 hockey here now, Coach.
Yep. For a minute, 5 seconds remaining, we'll be even. And I think with the speed on that front line, it might favor the visitors.
Well, unfortunately, the speed caused them to be offsides there. So
yeah, a little over anxious.
We're help see where they put this face off. It will be outside the zone in front of the Souhegan North bench.
And we are one tick under 5 minutes here in the second. Hometown Kings continue to trail 0-1 to the visitors from Nashua North Souhegan.
Ryan Martin, here's an opportunity.
Yep.
And it's
nicely steered aside by Valou. But getting into the goal was Martin paid the price. He ended up all his whole body in the twine instead of the puck. Good job checking there by Connor O'Neill. But it goes back to the corner, swatting it down to the ice. There's Cullinane, and a big hit into the board by Martin.
And we'll
Very
see what
physical.
this penalty is going to be. It's going to go against Manchester again. I believe it's going to be Ryan Martin.
Yeah, he did his too much. He boarded Cullinane.
Looks like it's going to be an elbow.
So they call it elbow?
Boy, what a interesting turn of events here. 4:27 remaining in the second period. I mean, we're just going to the motions here, but there's a lot of penalty box doors opening and closing here.
All right, so we'll skate 4-on-3 for 28 seconds. Wow, a lot of action. It looks like a Christmas tree.
It really
I sound like
does.
Scotty from the Enterprise, but anyway, banging it out top is Cullity. And who's going to step up for Landry there? It's got to be De Silva, probably.
Velez just was able to just not even make a move and was able to see that clear as day coming at him and caught it like he, you know, just someone throwing a drink at him or something. Battle right there. Look at the lot of
Boy, backhanding it as McBride almost found the twine there. Can't do it, and up the ice come the high-flying Kings, and
Velez,
Joey Velez handles it himself. Lots of open ice, and he finds all kinds of room to throw that puck in. And we're, the first penalty's out, so we are now
4-on-4.
We're 4-on-4 for 30 seconds.
It's going to be interesting to see if Jacob just stays in the penalty box after this, because the trainer is still working on him.
Yeah, he was in a lot of pain, needs some repairs, so we got to watch that. All right, so we're 4-on-4 for another 15 seconds, and then North Souhegan will get another basically 45 seconds with which to work on a man advantage. As we roll down toward the 3-minute mark, and it's still 1-0, the visitors over the hometown Kings. Rich McDonough, Kyle Heavey on there.
Well, whatever that trainer just did was impressive, because he was able to get his glove back on and got to the bench, out of the box into the bench. So now the North Souhegan squad does have a power play for another 30 seconds.
Yeah. Al Nixa, one of our referees, ducking that puck, which was headhunting him along the far side there. And we're under 3, folks, and it's 2:58. And guess who's back on the ice is
there he
Mr.
is.
Landry.
It's good to see that maybe whatever cooling gel or whatever it was, icy hot, that was put on, he's able to still get out there.
Well, we'll see how good it is as he uses that hurt hand.
He's coming
immediately
on the face-off. Face-off.
And he wins it immediately, and he carries it down the slot. Good poke. Excellent poke by Tafe.
Yeah, I was going to say, that has got to be an offsides, as that pocket came out of the zone.
Yeah, Tafe, I got to tell you, backpedaling, and he's got that long twig and really a good long reach. but he knows exactly when to use it. And probably a little overzealous was Landry there, trying to split two guys. And this time it does find Al Nixa in the noggin.
Well, hopefully he's still all right, but now a shot opportunity here, but deflected into the corner.
As Craig Laughlin would say, I got a kabang on the coconut.
Well, the final seconds tick off. You can hear Cam Velez hitting his stick.
And there it is. We are back to even. How many have the Kings fought off here?
That they are now
Six
penalties for the Kings, which is obviously something that Coach Baker, Coach Fisher, Coach Tafe all are going to be so angry about, as they will be having a nice chat with their boys.
Absolutely. One of my keys was stay out of the box if you're the Kings, because one of my other keys was, if you're the visitors, was make your power play work. So they were ready for it, but they certainly have not stayed out of the box today. 2:15 in the second frame. Kings still find themselves down 1-0 to the visitors from Nashua North, Souhegan. The Sabre Titans. I've been saying that 10 times fast all day. We're at the 2-minute mark. Just inside the blue line is Tafe. Good job checking there was De Silva, and it ricochets out of and then back through the zone, neutral zone, and Tafe throws it to the corner.
De Silva was having issues getting up for a second. I didn't know if that caused a little bit of a quick amount of pain, but he was able to get up, and thankfully he will accept the icing call for Manchester.
Yeah, they didn't look too displeased with that one because they really needed a break and a breath. And we're at 150, and to the dot goes Connor O'Neill and Owen Flynn. Flynn wins this one.
That's a big win right there.
Huge. Get it out of the zone, get it through the neutral, and try to get some settled offense here.
Oh,
and trickles. Uh-oh, and we got some fisticuffs here with Owen Flynn and O'Neill going at it.
Well, O'Neill kind of caused him to be offsides, and then he kind of had his stick. And now they both are going to take up a little breather here and go to the penalty box each other.
Yep.
And that's the 7th time a King has been in the penalty box.
Yeah, maybe they're heading for double digits. Well, we got,
I could see
somebody wants a Gordie Howe hat trick today.
I can absolutely see Coach Fisher just shaking his head. Just can't believe what is happening with his team tonight. There was a big scrum in the Pinkerton game as well with Lucas and others. So hopefully we'll see what the rest of the game brings here.
What a snapper. Really good one by, it looked like Landry there. That thing was sizzling, and it missed Velez by a mile, but I don't think you could see that one. What a nice little chip by Landry, who after that injury is skating like a man on fire, fires it across the crease, and dumping it in was McBride, taking the beautiful assist from Landry, who was just forcing the action there, Kyle.
And look at that. Chase McBride is able to put another puck in the net right there for the Souhegan North squad. And boy, it's been a difficult second period here for the Kings, as giving up 2 goals, 1 in the first few minutes of the period and 1 in the last few minutes of the period.
Landry takes a real big whack up to the head, and it's a cross check, and that was just too much. Tessier was trying to give him some payback, but I tell you, after he got hurt there, Kyle, Landry has come on out just breathing fire and saying, I'm okay, I got this, fellas. And he collects himself an assist on that last goal. Beautiful job by Landry, and then taking one for the team at the center dot. So here we go again, number 8.
Well, that came out of the zone, and now smartly the blue and yellow team have to get out and clear down 180 feet.
Yeah, all that ice is all chewed up as we're real late in the second period here, and you could see it catch all the rough stuff and bounce over the blade and in. But here come the Sabre Titans one more time. They get it to corner, giving good chase there is Christian Miller. He dishes it over to Joyce.
Well, let's see what they have setting up here.
And they're lining it up. We got 35 seconds left in the period, 1:15 left in the penalty. Sure, they'll take their shots, but they're looking forward to a sheet of smooth ice. Oh, and a nice try there by McBride, getting it across crease. Nothing doing. Velez dodged a bullet. Kings have dodged a lot of bullets. This could easily be 5-zip.
Out of the zone it goes, and 15 seconds remaining to see if Souhegan will get one more rush. It looks like they'll be.
I think they're content.
Yeah, I mean, with a 2-0 lead, and they'll start the third period, second period in a row that they will start with the power play. They do get a shot, but it was easily saved by Cam Velez.
Yeah, wow, what a period, Kyle.
I mean, for Manchester, I can only imagine what this locker room is going to be like. Their heads are all kind of down with bad decisions made, and now a 2-goal deficit to a team that this is a big game that they need to get this victory.
Absolutely.
And this is they're gonna have to come out sharp, but with, again, a man down with the first 44 seconds.
Well, you want to put yourself in the hunt for the playoffs and get yourself to the middle of the pack, which is what Coach Dodd's kind of articulated in preseason. But we saw a lot of good action there, some good goaltending. But coming back for the third period, the Kings' message has to be stay out of the box. And we'll see what happens. We're going to have a fresh 15 when we come back, folks, from our break. For Manchester Public Television, Rich McDonough here today with Kyle Heavey as always, and we look forward to seeing you on the backside. Thanks. And welcome back, everybody, to JFK Arena here in Manchester, where it has gone from bright and sunny to dark. Rich McDonough and Kyle Heavey on the call as the hometown Manchester Kings boys hockey team are hosting the Nashua North Souhegan Co-op team. And wow, some active hockey, and it's 2-0 for the visitors, who have a power play as we start the third fresh sheet of ice. And 30 seconds left on that power play, and they promptly get it right to the corner. Busy hockey action here today, Kyle.
Yeah, I kind of hung out over by the Manchester locker room, and they're all business right now. There wasn't a lot of smiles. They definitely know that they have an opportunity to get a couple points to set themselves up.
Sure.
But they got to really do something here in this third period, and a turnover right here is certainly helpful for Joey Velez.
Let's see what he can do here. He gets him in a sprawl, nothing doing but holding paddle. Nice job as Velez, who has done a good job in the cage, as reflected as that goose egg up on the scoreboard. And we wind out that penalty, and we're back to even as the real great skater McBride comes down, but he is rubbed off the puck nicely by the Kings. And I tell you, the goalies, we just mentioned them. We have a stoppage at 13:52. The goalies have done a pretty good job. You know, Velez has seen 23 shots thrown at him, but his team has been to the bin 8 times in 2 periods. That's very difficult for a team, never mind the goaltender.
Yeah, certainly not helpful for sure. And again, my mistake on the trivia question there, Coach.
Uh-oh.
It is actually Trinity last won in 2011, Memorial won in 2013, and Central won in 2014. So it has been 10 years since a Manchester team won a hockey championship, and would like to see something happen this year for sure.
Well, they've shown they got some mojo, but they don't have it today. They got to get it in a hurry, and I'm sure that was plenty of talk in the locker room with
big
Coach
hit,
Fisher.
and it's going to be a penalty here on Manchester.
It was just too much. It's one thing to go try to create, and he's not happy about it, but it wasn't a hard call for Andrew McLaughlin. He's going to get sent off the ice for 2.
He is opening that door with authority right there.
Sure.
He's certainly not pleased with what seems to be just a collision.
Yeah.
It's what's the big deal that it becomes a penalty? When is it too hard? When is it too obviously I'm not wearing black and white for a reason up here. I'm just holding the camera and with a microphone in front of me, but it just seems like
whoa,
try to go high.
Great draw by
Jacob Landry
by
right there.
Souhegan. Yeah, Landry, who was the man. He got that goal to start the scoring, and it got an assist to his line mate McBride. Oh.
I mean, I'm
Wow.
looking at Connor Cunningham ducking with that.
Yeah, good job there by Martin to fend off that cross-ice pass, and it gets the corner where Ty Adams, we haven't called his number a whole lot, but somebody's got to step up. Velez and Tessier rolling out of the box, and right away, chasing that puck down. You see them both exit the box there and take off like bats.
Well, that helps. A penalty, or the penalty hurts them, but able to score just like we saw with Trinity the other day on the penalty kill is a huge help right there. And I believe that was Ryan Martin who will get credited with that goal.
Yeah. But they both were laser focused on that puck rolling down the ice, and there was really nothing Velou could do about that. 12:39, and the Kings cut it in half. Worst lead in hockey is that 2-goal lead, and they showed you why right there. It's now just a single digit.
Tessier versus Landry.
But still on the power play.
Tessier is definitely coming out like a bull.
Well, that's his game, man. He skates hard, forces the action, physical, throwing it into the pads. Nice job there by Dodge. And he's a good blue liner, but fans on this one, and it trickles into Tafe's stick, and off comes Tessier. Here he is. And he really gets out there and chases that puck down, gets south of the red, and Velez picks it up and coolly brings it over to the corner. But he's double-checked, and the puck squirts back away, and settling it down is Landry. He of the goal and assist performance today. If he got in a fight, he'd have a hat trick. The Gordie Howe hat trick. And he lobs it into the right side dasher board, farthest from the camera here. And it knuckles away, and controlling it are the Kings, and they throw it down into the
into the neutral zone.
It doesn't come out very. The Sabre Titans defensive zone.
Well, 15 seconds left on this penalty kill for Manchester, and they will do a great job right there of sending it down and getting it away.
Yeah, nice job by Canton. He saw what was left on the clock. I saw him take a look up, and he just zipped it down there, got a wholesale change, and the penalty is released. McLaughlin looks ready. And batting it in nicely, that's Joyce. He's a senior, good IQ, and he's up at the blue line, keeps it in, and scooping it up there is O'Neill. O'Neill fires it in, gets to the left slot, and here comes Joyce again, putting it on his back, and then gets to the corner. And hit up high and hard by Cunningham. And
unfortunately, I think he'll be heading to the box possibly. I'm not sure.
Not seeing any call sign.
No calls, but trying to get up is Joyce, and able to get his stick, but he is in some pain as well. Trainer is ready to jump out if need be.
I thought we were going to go to number 9 on the day. Would we be at 9 or 10?
I think it would be at 9. I think they're
9. 8, the last one was 9. Was 8. So 10:50 on the clock. Third period here at JFK in Manchester, New Hampshire. The Kings are trailing 2-1, but they were down 2-0 just a minute ago, and they got themselves a shorty off the trusty blade of Ryan Martin.
Wow, Velez just stood on his head right there with 2 blue jerseys in front of him and able to keep that out of the net.
He does a lot of it.
That was a huge opportunity, as that was a good pass down low and just could not stuff it through.
And good job there by Canton to get that outside the blue and get themselves set up. And they're looking big, almost a tackle from behind by Tafe, and bringing Landry down to the ice. No call. It looked like football. I think they were watching all the double headers this past weekend. 10 minutes even.
There was a lot of football this past weekend for sure.
Right. Miracle my marriage survived.
Well, back to the action, Coach. And
and it squirts away from Velou. And it looks like they're waving that one off. They had blown the whistle, even though it squirted under his glove hand. And wow.
I can't believe that the referees are blowing this for what a great game it's been, but that puck had come out, and Tessier is absolutely
and he should
irritated
be.
right now.
The whole I expected complete animation from the Kings bench. They are just stoic, stunned and silent.
They're down here just Well, 9:49.
Well, it's part of the game. You know, it's just part of the game. You get a whistle, and you're trying to, in a physical game where the Kings have taken 8 penalties, you're blowing the whistles. And here it comes down to the other goalie, Velez, who has to freeze it in his glove this time. We're at 9:35 and counting. 2-1 for the Sabre Titans. Boy, that was a interesting turn of events. I wonder if it'll show up in the paper.
That obviously, I don't see Alex Hall from the Union Leader here tonight, so unfortunately, I don't think that we're going to get a write-up on that. But
Yeah.
we're glad to be here as the only media provider for this game that I'm aware of.
All right, and Joyce is at the dot, facing off against Velez. Velez wins, gets the better of that one, and outside the blue line it goes. It's going to go all the way down at Valou. He lets it go wide of him, and collecting it there is Cullity, and he zings it up around the dasher. Nothing doing. Almost finds its way back to Provencher there, who's hunting again. And good job by Tessier to rub his guy off the puck.
Still working on it.
Yeah, that was Cullinane. It might be still feeling that big shot he took earlier. He sprawls on the ice, can't get a piece of the puck. And Tafe does a great job keeping it in and zings it in on the pads of Valou. And it goes behind the goal, a little ping pong. And then trying to backhand it out, does get out. And the Kings have to cycle through, and they can't get out. And that was Provencher, just one skate behind the blue there, Kyle.
Yeah, there's only so much you could do. He was trying to get the puck possession and waiting for his guy to get back on side, but it just wasn't able to do. And 8:52 now.
Yeah, and Landry and Lassard go. A couple of L's. Landry and Lassard go. Visitors win that one.
I'm calling this line the futures line with McLaughlin, with Jake Lassard and Tessier. It's just what you're seeing from them is there's certainly going to be some studs in the next couple years.
Well, and Tessier, he plays like a senior. He really does. Just a freshman.
Mac Tripp does not take that, decides to send it down low, and they keep possession. See if they can set something up.
Yep. But there's nice spacing here, but it gets a little too far away. Cullity tries to get it up ice. Doesn't happen. Valou does enough to get it ricocheted. It goes behind, and in the slot waiting was Barden. Couldn't bury that one. Boy, that was staring him in the face.
And the puck hits the referee. That Souhegan North would have had a chance.
Well, as we saw in that Ravens game, they're part of the field, part of the ice. It's just the way it is.
Boy, Ryan Martin again, just a golden opportunity. A great pass was on his stick, but an even better save.
Yeah, and we got wholesale changes for both teams. Good shifts by both squads, and paddling in a way there is Velez. It can't get outside the blue line, and keeping it in deftly is Jake Dodge. He rockets it to the corner, and a good cross up the cross-crease pass there. Couldn't find the stick. It was O'Neill, and dumped to the ground by Mac Tripp. He dumps a lot of people to the ground. Physical player.
I think Mac just had better positioning, that he was just trying to get the puck, and sometimes when a person runs into you,
it's leverage, and he's just a physical player. Going to play lacrosse at Salem State, allegedly.
Well,
we'll see.
Obviously, it's a big decision for your life, and right now he's just focusing on trying to help this team get another goal.
And here comes his brother, Cade Tripp, trying to force the action at the top of the left slot, winding us down to 7 minutes and counting with a slim 2-1 lead. It was cut in half this period at the 12:39 mark by Ryan Martin.
Pair of 10s in a collision there.
Nice keep in, but still deep in the zone was Cullinane, so he has to scoot back out, and Landry couldn't do anything with it. Here comes Tafe, wheeling, tries to get around in the wraparound. Great sprawling butterfly save. Full splits by Valou, and he looks like a whirling dervish at the moment. Great save at the 6:40 mark. Puck is stopped, and the whistle blows at 6:38.
What a wraparound and an even better save. It's certainly going to be an interesting 6.5 minutes to go in this contest, as both teams are really starting to get a little physical with each other. There's certainly some sticks being hit against other people, and yes, we will have a man advantage.
They had to. Yeah, it was too much on Cullinane.
Actually, it's gonna.
Was it Cullinane? Yeah, it's Cullinane with the hook.
It's Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so Cullinane with the hook. Al Nixa over there is on the spot for the call. And here we go. This is a big chance for the Kings to PK.
And now they got to be on the penalty kill.
Great skater in Landry. He backhands it. Goal. It's a good goal. It went into the back of the net, and then the Kings hit their own goal and drove it off its moorings. So at 6:29 on that breakaway, one-man wrecking machine today is Landry.
Wow, he celebrated like he had just won the game-winning goal in the Stanley Cup right there. And, well, the referees are coming over to kind of discuss things as the net came off the mooring, and not much you can do with both teams with shorthanded goals. That's kind of a rarity for hockey for sure.
Sure. And it's a good goal. Goal stands after a quick powwow. Nothing doing. 6:29. It is now back to that 2-goal lead, 3-1 for the visitors from Nashua, Souhegan, and the ref takes a seat on the ice.
I think the Manchester coaches are fine with that.
Yeah, they're. All right, great centering pass. Handled there by Martin. He was looking for yet another shot at it. He had the goal earlier to cut it in half, but now it's back to 3-1. Wow, that one was fired in there hard by Tyler Canton, and it managed to find its way outside the puck. And here comes Landry one more time. Good spacing, great cross-ice pass. Whoa! And unable to bury it there is McBride. He's a great goal scorer himself, but that pairing has been diabolical today, and back comes Tafe. Getting in his play, leaves it there, beautiful leave. And not able to put it home is McLaughlin.
And Manchester's going to get a 5-on-3 there with a trip call. And this is going to be huge for this minute and 2 seconds here, as Manchester down 2 goals will have their own 5-on-3 for interference.
Interference, yeah. And joining
Chase McBride.
Headed to the box. Yeah, exactly. So you got 1:02 left on the first, and now another 2 minutes. So they got a minute 2 of 5-on-3 hockey do the Kings, and a real big golden opportunity to change the game. And the draw goes zinging over the glass and into the visitors' bench, not bench, the visitors, the parents. I said hello to them earlier, nice folks. They almost got a souvenir.
They certainly have been in this rink enough that they probably have enough pucks at home.
Without
but
a
big
doubt.
face-off win for the Sabre Titans right there to kill some time. Obviously 1 second ticked off after that face-off. But
Yeah, well, we're down to 45 in the first and zinging it up the ice. Wow, look at the speed from Velez. He rolls all the way around the back of the net. Chased off there nicely. Good job there by Miller. And finding its way over to Tripp. Has a slow shot deflected. And he gets it back underneath the blue line. Cycles it back over to by Velez. Finds his way to the slot. Good block out there one more time by Jake Dodge. He's been doing a good job at defense today, no doubt. And finding way back to Tripp. He zips it over to Velez. And they're playing a nice little shell umbrella game out front, trying to open up some spaces in that flexing man down zone. And through the traffic, his Tripp finds his blocker, the pillows. Good job by Valu to track that one down.
now it's back to a 5-on-4. Great job. I got to give this penalty kill credit. They are blocking shots left and right, sticks, skates, shin pads, and this is why there's 50 seconds left on this penalty kill for North Souhegan, but very impressive what they've been able to do so far.
And Joyce and Dodge owned the last minute. They gave themselves up, great stick position, great spacing, and able to give help from the offside from the puck. And we're down at 46 seconds on the second penalty. First one's killed off several seconds ago. We got a delay right now, and goalie is pulled, gets onto the bench.
Opportunity there, but it's going to be saved. Wow. Well,
there was not a delay call. It's just tactical, absolutely tactical.
Well, another penalty for the Sabre Titans.
Who took that one?
It is going to be none other than number 13, Connor O'Neill, who will be quickly chatting with his coaches about, he doesn't think that he did anything wrong.
And Zarlenga has got to be really frustrated right now because you know, they had a chance to put this game away, and some penalties are giving Manchester a 2-man advantage at one point, and now another one.
So basically 3 minutes straight of someone in a penalty box.
And that leads to a very gassed defense. And they don't have the particularly deep defensive pairings there. Anyway, 32 seconds left in the first penalty, so the Kings have about half a minute of 5-on-3 play and a golden opportunity. I said that about the last one. And
a bad pass.
And Martin is upset with himself, looking to the heavens, because that one just scooted off the heel of his stick.
Can only blame the ice so much.
Up, and another slow pass by Tafe, and off comes Landry. Carbon copy of the last one, and he buries it off the steel. And at 3:43, folks, Landry, who has been skating like crazy all game, and particularly since he got hurt, he makes it a 4-1 game, Kyle.
Unbelievable on a 5-on-3 to have that penalty kill. And now a little extracurricular activities happening there with Nick Brown. And boy, a killer goal right there to on a 5-on-3.
I'm frankly a little surprised. Tafe is such a heady, cerebral player. That was just a kind of a slow rolling pass, and Landry just got a long look at it. He wins the faceoff off the gun and just missed the far post there. Boy, he is playing lights out today. He's not going to be denied, and he pokes it into the zone for himself, and they're still down a man with 1:15. Goal comes off his moorings, and lots to discuss today between players and the guys in black and white.
It's certainly been a unique thing to have, 5 goals in this game, and 3 of them have come on a penalty kill, and this is a special thing to see. Still waiting to get out of the box is Connor O'Neill.
Yeah.
Still another.
And Jake Landry just came off the ice. I don't know if you saw him there, raise his hand going, I need a break, coach. He has been skating so hard today and taking a lot of physical abuse. Nice poke in by Christian Miller. Again, it just eats up time. We're at 1 minute even on that penalty. And a minute left for the Kings to do something here.
This is obviously big 1-0 win the other day, but now to only have 1 goal up on the board here for the Kings, they really got to figure out their mojo to get some more goals scored.
All right, and carrying in with some good pace is Lucas Vadas, and he zips it backhanded, and it finds its way north of the blue line. And good job there by Joyce to get the puck inside, and a good 3-man retreat there by the visitors. And they're all lined up, they're set up, they look solid on their skates, Kyle, even though they've been 2-man down and 1-man down and killing off power plays of their own.
10 seconds left. And now out of the zone they go, trying to get possibly a third penalty kill goal. Shorty.
And they have killed it off. Yet another PK is done. We're at 2 minutes left in the game, folks. 4-1 for the visitors. The Kings probably got to go code red in a hurry, and Velez steers that one aside. But great skating one more time, this time by Cullity. Fends his man off and back to the fence, and they chip it into the neutral zone. And there goes Provencher trying to make something happen. He has been, but they've shut him down nicely. Finds his way, centering pass goes up and finds the stick of Nashua. Can't find its way into the goal. And then now come off down the left side. Whoa, big hit. Big hit from the backside by Provencher. Nothing called there. And the whole, Nashua North Souhegan bench was just screaming for a call there. Keeping it in real well there was Cunningham.
Certainly could have been a boarding, could have been a roughing. There's
All kinds
a lot
of
of penalties, but it did not get called. They will obviously be very frustrated as this Manchester team is really just being very physical now in the last few seconds of this game as we are now under 60.
Well, Sabre Titans coach Chris Zerlenga, who I talked to briefly, he's an O'Reilly Rhode Island wing, and he says he likes it physical. Well, he got his order, and they took the physical and they gave it right back.
45 seconds to go, and Manchester comes into the zone, not able to get it. And Logan Parsons, name I haven't said too much, I believe was out there. Man, I could be wrong, though. Might have been Nick Brown.
Don't sweat it. We are under 30 seconds left here at the JFK Barn, the historic barn. Great place to watch a hockey game on a Wednesday afternoon. I said Monday at the beginning of the telecast. Been that kind of week, Kyle.
I feel you. We were here on Monday, but we're here on Wednesday, and it's the 10 seconds left in this game. Let's see if they can get something here. No, another save. And I'm just going to say right now, as things get a little kind of wonky here for a moment, as a couple players hit the ice, and little love tap to Connor O'Neill.
Yep. Well, I'll tell you, I don't think there's any doubt about who our player of the game is. One, Jake Landry. He had himself a hat trick and an assist.
Yeah.
So involved in all 4 goals.
Second star has got to be their goalie, though. Zach Valou has done a phenomenal job of keeping it a big win with only 1 goal allowed.
Yeah, and then I've got to give the D some love. I think Cullinane did a real good job being an enforcer out there today when he got moved up to line 1. So those are our 3 players of the game. Manchester's got a little bit of soul searching to do because they want to stay out of the box, didn't do it. And I think they were a little too physical for their own good. It kind of took them out of their game flow. And obviously you have 8 or 9 penalties. You can't get any flow, and you lose what I used to call game integrity. But a heck of a game to watch for the most part. And then, the visitors took advantage of all their opportunities down the stretch, and we have a 4-1 final.
Yeah, Manchester has possibly a makeup game in some ways to get back to action versus Keene, who was just here on Monday facing against Trinity, and that is a 6:20 start on Saturday here. In Keene. So my apologies. It's actually an away game. And we'll see them next Friday night, Coach, as they will be facing off against Exeter.
Yeah.
For Nashua North Souhegan, they will have Merrimack up next.
Yeah, so a tough part of the schedule. And then, Nashua North Souhegan also sees Goffstown, Bow, Manchester, and then Salem. So they got a couple D2 opponents, but Merrimack is a very good hockey team. But anyway, as advertised, you have an excellent first line from Nashua North Souhegan, and they proved themselves today, scoring all 4 goals and assisting on the others. And they got
to be happy to be at 500 now.
They got a little mojo going. They get themselves into the center of the pack. You want to be in striking distance when you get into the middle to late February, and they did so. So a heck of a game for us to call and watch, Kyle. And, up next for us, so we got some hockey and some basketball. But anyway, it's been a lot of fun being with you as always, and thanks for everybody at home and streaming, watching. You can find us on Manchester Public Television's Channel 16 on demand at times, and then also on our YouTube channel, Manchester Public Television. It's been a lot of fun from JFK Arena here in Manchester, New Hampshire. Hometown Kings can't get it done. They're on the short end of a 4-1 decision to the visitors from Nashua North Souhegan. For Kyle Heavey and everybody in the office at Manchester Public Television, it's been an honor. This is Rich McDonough signing off, and we will see you down the road, folks. Thanks for joining us.